Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin and I'm the author of the new book, Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available now in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. And if you would like to schedule a twin flame reading with me, I do 30, 60, and 90-minute twin flame readings. You can email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, fondinwellness.com. I'm also doing these great New Year's readings. So happy New Year, Cancer! If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below, hit the bell for notifications, and give the video a thumbs up. This is Cancer's Twin Flame Tarot reading for 2020. Now this works if you are Cancer in Sun, Moon, or Ascendant rising sign, or your twin flame is Sun, Moon, or Ascendant Cancer. You can read for both, but what I would highly suggest is that if you're reading for your sun sign, you read for your twin sun sign. If you're reading for your moon sign, you read for your twin's moon sign, so as to not get too terribly confused with getting so many readings in. So today what we're doing is we are doing a sneak peek preview for the entire year 2020 Cancer. We are doing this twin flame romantic reading for all 4 quarters of the year. I'm using 3 tarot decks plus a romance deck, and we're going to ask your angels and guides, Cancer, to help guide you throughout this year 2020 in this twin flame connection. I like to pray over the cards, say a blessing, dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, archangels, angels of God, Cancer's guardian angels, and twin flame angels, romance angels. Please let us know what Cancer needs to know for the upcoming 2020 year for their twin flame connection. Archangel Michael, stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. And we're going to pick 4 cards for each, so each quarter of the year. So we're going to go ahead and start with the first quarter, going across the second and third and fourth, and then doing for each tarot deck the same thing. I am really excited about this new year, Cancer, and I hope that you are too. It looks so fantastic for the Twin Flame Collective, especially the Twin Flame Collective that I happen to read for, which a majority, not all, but a majority of the Twin Flames that I do read for came into initial 3D union in 2018 or in 2019. Now, if you are in this collective that awakened to the twin flame connection and actually came into first 3D union with your twin in 2018 or in 2019, then this reading is probably going to resonate with you a little bit more than if you are most recently meeting your twin flame, or if you have been with this twin flame dynamic on again, off again, or more off again than on again throughout the past 3 to 6 years. And I understand that there are some of you that have been in this journey for much, much longer. And I'm not saying that this journey, this reading will not resonate with you. It's just for a majority, I tend to really channel for that specific collective. Therefore, it might make sense for you, and it might not make sense for you. So we are just coming around on picking the last tarot cards for quarters 2, 3, and 4. I'm using the fairy deck here, which I really love it. I love it because it has very, very beautiful imagery. And I think when you look at the pictures in tarot cards, for me, I really believe that they must be inspirational. And of course, depending on the reading, depending on the cards pulled next to that particular tarot card, and depending on the channeled messages, the messages can actually vary from reading to reading for the exact same card, which is wild. It's so incredible. So I'm picking now the romance cards for each of the quarters of 2020 for you, Cancer. And hopefully this will be a fantastic year of reunion for you, and I'm really excited to see this unfold for you. Let's look at the first quarter, which is January, February, and March of 2020. Now, really, what this looks like, oh my gosh, what this looks like, Cancer, is that there are some issues with making a choice. There are some issues with some tower moments here. And there are some issues still being ironed out in January, February, and March with your twin flame as far as honesty goes. So the first that I came upon here, the first two cards, were the Five of Air and Change Your Life, which I'm seeing the change of your life is the Tower card. The Five of Air is very much about outside influences trying to derail or influence your twin flame connection. This might be friends, family members, it might be co-workers. There are some people, and we've seen this in one other reading throughout this 2020 reading. I can't remember which astrological sign it was for, but there are people out there that want to sabotage this unconditionally loving relationship. And understandably so, that there are some people that are incredibly jealous of this special connection that you might have with your twin Cancer. And it's going to create a lot of these tower moments for you if you are indeed the Cancer, and if your twin flame is the Cancer, sun, moon, or ascendant, it's going to create a lot of tower moments for them. Now, the issue with this that I am seeing, and it's really crazy because one of the things that I saw in that previous reading for another astrological sign with this Five of Air was really, it was also this deception card. It was also the Tower card wasn't there, but the deception card was there. And I'm really feeling strongly that these people surrounding your twin flame connection, again, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be coworkers. I'm seeing that there is so much underhanded sabotage happening with your twin flame connection from outsiders, from these people who maybe might seem well-intentioned, but they're really talking behind your back. They're gossiping, they're talking behind your back. They're trying to undermine this connection in some way, Cancer. And because of that, it's creating this sense of deception between you and your twin, because one of you is being fooled. One of you is being fooled by these well-intentioned people in your lives who are kind of on the surface, they're kind of supporting the connection, but behind the scenes, they are undermining the connection. And it's causing a lot of strife for you and your twin, because one of you is calling the other out on this deception. You're saying, look, so-and-so person is not for us. They are against us. They're not being honest. And as a result, you're not being honest with me because you are pretending, or maybe you're just the wool is being pulled over your eyes, that you don't know that in reality, these people are not looking out for our best interest. They're really trying to sabotage the connection. So I really believe that it's these tower moments. It's these tower moments that the realization is coming that not everyone surrounding you is in support of this twin flame connection. Not everyone surrounding you is an upstanding individual. Therefore, it's really important that what I do suggest to twin flames, until they're solidified into reunion, meaning they've got that marriage license, the marriage certificate, the rings, they're moved in together, and they're really a bonded, solid pair. So it's kind of like you guys against the world. And it's not for the bad against the world, but it's the magnification of your unconditional love with that shield of protection around you, so that you can be faced with adversity together, and you're standing hand in hand, side by side, really having each other's backs, being faced with this adversity. And it's not this he said, she said, consistent back and forth of, well, if you're, for example, if you are saying my mother is really not supporting us and being dishonest and being underhanded, then how can I support you in this twin flame couple, because that's my mother you're talking about? And instead, lay low. Honestly, lay low. Now, you're going to call your twin out on deceiving behavior, or you're going to call them out on the fact that certain people might be trying to sabotage the connection. However, with all other people, lay low and be careful who you tell about your twin flame connection, because there are people who might not have your back. And just be careful. Be careful who you talk to. So this is going to create a lot of changes in you and your twin flames dynamic. I believe the result in Q1, Cancer, is going to be purging out of these, and I said this in the other reading that talked about this, were the naysayers and skeptics. It's these people trying to sabotage this connection. So just be careful of that. And what I do see, Divine Feminine, I love this. So if you are a Cancer Divine Feminine, or your Divine Masculine is a Cancer and you are the Divine Feminine, I'm seeing that the great part of this dynamic with all the crap that's going on for January, February, and March is that the Divine Feminine in the couple is very much involved in her own self-work. And this is successful self-employment, luxury, finances being great, money flowing in. And what I'm seeing is that, yes, there's all this drama going around you, but if you are a Divine Feminine in the midst of this drama, you can kind of step back, work on your self-employment, work on enjoying your life, going out and living life's little luxuries, going to the spa, going to the gym, getting a massage, and you can kind of step away from that drama. You can kind of step away from it. And again, I keep hearing the angels say just to be quiet. Don't create more drama. Be quiet, Cancer, about these other people, and your twin will start to see things, and they're going to see that it's all going to work out in the end. It's actually all going to work out. Now, in the second quarter for Cancer, in the second quarter, I really, really see Cancer working through finances, work, and career. Now, I believe I saw this for Gemini as well. And it's just this, it's almost like, Cancer, you are preparing for this sacred journey to come into reunion, but you want to make sure that you have the cash set aside in order to take that big leap of faith. And one thing you really need to be mindful of, Cancer, is to not overwork. Because what I'm seeing is the Dreamer card, or the Leap of Faith card, coupled with the 10 of Gabrielle card, which is the card of overwork. I really see this happening where you are dreaming about this twin flame journey. You're dreaming about the reunion of the two of you coming together. But the problem is you are burdening yourself with too much work and not asking for help. And it's really important that you stay balanced. Yes, work hard. Of course, work hard. But it's super duper important to stay balanced and to ask for help when you need it. You don't have to go at it all alone. You really, truly don't. Because I'm also seeing that you're not only working, but for some of you, you're going back to school, you're getting an additional degree, you're getting an additional certification in something, in addition to all the work. You're doing that, and you're really, really, really focusing on saving money, finances, and career. And I got, if you put all of these three together, the 8 of Autumn is the 8 of Pentacles, and it's about going back to school to get financial abundance, meaning that extra certification, that extra degree, that extra certificate in trade school. And it's like working 2 jobs, Cancer. it's literally like working two jobs, because not only are you working to the bone, but you're also getting some education in that. And balance is so essential. Balance is so important. And like I said to Gemini, it's more about steady work and the balance of taking a leap of faith, having faith in God, the universe, in order to only do a certain amount of work that you're humanly capable of doing, and then surrendering and letting God handle the details, letting God handle the rest of it. Not working yourself to the bone. So I really see in quarter two, it's a lot less about the twin flame connection, Cancer, and a lot more about career, finances, education, and just be careful not to wear yourself down. Do not work to the bone. It's part work, part faith. That's really what it is. It's part work, part faith. So what I really see in quarter three, Cancer, is all of this overwork, all of this overstudying, all of this kind of getting to the point where I feel like I'm finally advancing in my career in finances and education. By quarter three, so we're talking about July, August, and September, you're going to finally get sick of it. You're going to have enough. You're going to want balance to reestablish into your life, and you're really going to be thinking very hard about this twin flame reunion. For those of you that are Cancer, or for those of you that have a twin flame in Cancer, by July of 2020, they're really going to seriously work on rekindling, reconnecting, reconciliation with you as the twin flame. Because here's what I see. I see the first two cards together are the Eight of Water, which the Eight of Water is about leaving your current situation, going to a more spiritually enlightened place, and the Solutions card, which is looking for balance. Okay, so this is the card that is balance or temperance card, which I always refer to as the twin flame card. This comes after the Death card. And this one is searching for that spiritual enlightenment. And what I say about this temperance or balance or Solutions card is more about compromise. It's about the compromise. So Cancer, by the third quarter, you're going to be like, I'm so sick of all work and no play. It makes me dull. And I'm ready for my spiritual growth, my spiritual enlightenment. I'm ready to go find my twin again. I'm ready to have that balance back into my life. I'm ready to seek compromise with my twin, to work out the solutions to the problems that we had been having, finding all the solutions to the obstacles that were in our way. And I'm ready to do this. I'm so ready. And I see that because with the Six of Spring and the Reconciliation card, the Six of Spring is the victory card. It's the victory card of moving forward in victory. Like you have vanquished, you have conquered, you are victorious, you're well respected. And this reconciliation of the twin flame connection is happening in July, August, or September of 2020. It's working really, really hard at riding into this beautifully passionate connection and asking for forgiveness. It's coming into this connection and saying, let's give it a go. I'm sorry, I was so listening to those naysayers and skeptics and those mean people. And I'm so sorry that I got so absorbed with work, finances, and education that I forgot about you. And it's not that they forgot, it's that they were just so absorbed with what they were doing that they couldn't handle another thing on their plate. Cancer, that's really what it is that as a Cancer, you could not handle yet another thing on your plate. You were like, I just can't. I can't do this. But in the third quarter, Cancer, you're really seeking that reconciliation. You're seeking the balance. You're seeking the give and take. You're seeking the solutions to the problems that you and your twin had prior to 2020. You're really seeking that solution. You're like, I really can't wait for this to be sorted out because I need something else in my life. I need that spiritual development. I need that spiritual growth. And it's not all about getting down into the dirt and digging with my fingers. Like, it's not all about working to the bone, literally. So again, in the fourth quarter, Cancer, you're really, really going to have to be moderate. It's not an all or nothing deal. And find that balance and moderation between work, play, your twin flame connection, and allowing things to unfold. And Cancer, try not to rush things or try not to make things forcibly go too slow. You need to allow the natural flow of this twin flame relationship to unfold. Because what I see in quarter 4 of this year is a lot more. You want things to go perfectly with this twin flame connection. And because you want things to go perfectly, you're having a tendency to want to control things. And again, I see you trying to control things through work and money. And this is such a beautiful spiritual journey that one thing you don't realize, Cancer, is that you have the help of God, the angels, the prophets, whatever you believe as something being more spiritual. You have the divine guidance with you and the divine help with you. So you really don't have to try to control every single part of the situation. Because what I see here is a really beautiful start to fourth quarter. Like, I see this 3 of fire, which is about like waiting for your ship to come in, that with your twin, you've really planted some beautiful things. And you're just, you're just being patient and waiting for the development of this beautiful relationship to move forward. And I also see there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of passion and movement and sexual attraction and attraction to your twin flame. And it's this beautiful, passionate relationship. But in order to make that passionate relationship work, what I'm seeing is you need to feed into it. You need to spend time with your twin. You need to, I want to say the words that the angels are giving me is like pay your dues, but I don't want to use that. It's a negative connotation. But you really, like, as many hours as you put into work, Cancer, as many hours as you put into your studies to be perfect, as many hours as you put into making sure your finances are okay, you need to pour some of those hours into getting to know your twin flame and making sure that the relationship is solidified as well. And that is the balance that you started to find in quarter 3. Really try to carry that over into quarter 4 as well. Because I see that you are still struggling a lot with overworking. So this is another overwork card, the 2 of Autumn. It's about juggling too many things. You can juggle multiple jobs, for example, or studies and job, but also perhaps juggling the relationship with the job and the studies. And it's saying let go of control issues, meaning I really believe that you want to make everything perfect, Cancer, and it's not going to be perfect. There will be bumps. You're dealing with human lives. You're dealing with human situations. It's never going to be absolutely perfect, but you can make your life and your twin's life a lot easier if you can establish that balance between work and relationship, and that you can put in the hours to your twin flame relationship in the same way that you put in the hours towards your work, education, or finances. It's about that balance. It's about not only having the passion in the really passionate moments, but in the quiet moments, putting in the work. Spending that time with your twin, planning those dates, making sure that you're having that weekly dating time or bi-weekly dating time, like just every few days, like spending some quality time with your twin, getting to know them and building on that relationship so that you can have that balance and you can learn to let go a little bit. And letting go of that control is going to help you immeasurably in 2020. So I am seeing a definite reconciliation for you, Cancer, with your twin flame in a coming back together, a reunion, reconciliation in 2020. I'm seeing it likely happen in July, August, and September of 2020. I'm not seeing yet an engagement or a wedding for you, Cancer, in 2020. Now, it could happen, obviously. I'm not seeing it here. And of course, everybody is different. And if you really need a personalized reading for you and your twin, we can do that together. I would say if it's your first reading on your twin flame journey, you can get a 60 or 90 minute. That's usually adequate to really get all the details of what's happening in your twin flame connection. But this is obviously a general reading. But I hope this helped you to kind of get through some of the things for 2020, being mindful of some of the things that could set you back. And the great part about readings is that if this resonates with you, and if you admit to yourself, oh yeah, I do have a tendency to overwork or try to control things, then you can make course corrections, which is amazing, because when you make the course corrections, guess what? Things get much, much better for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Now, of course, if you are not a Cancer, if your twin flame is a Cancer, then go ahead and check out the other video for your astrological sign. And I would say, as I said at the beginning of the video, if you're reading for the sun sign, read for the sun sign of your twin. If you're reading for the moon sign, read for the moon sign of the twin. If you're reading for the ascendant, read for the ascendant of your twin. Don't get muddled down with like 6 different readings. It's going to be uber confusing. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Hit the bell for notifications of all my videos. Give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you for pledging your support for this channel by buying a book or 2 or 3. Or you can join our private party podcast on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.